What is up, guys and gals of the internet? I am the Brony King, and welcome to my top 10 video games list. These games, now before we start, I'm going to say this right now, these games can be from any genre, system, or time period. Now, I want to let you know I will be getting back to my normal gaming videos, hopefully tonight. I just wanted a little break from them, try out these videos. But, without further ado, let's get into my top 10 video games. Number 10. That's right, number 10 is Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location. Over time, I have grown to not like the Five Nights at Freddy's series more and more. But Sister Location, after playing through it here on the channel, has kind of re-sparked my love for it. I love this game. It's definitely a lot more... It's, free roam, which is different from the other games, and that's one thing I like. It's very different from the other games, but at the same time, it's kind of the same. You still got the animatronics, still got jump scares, and you even still do have the same sit in an office and try and protect yourself from these guys mode, but you have to 100% the game for that. But I love this game, and while it's not too different from the old Five Nights at Freddy's games, it's still different enough that I can love it more than the other ones. Which, part of the problem with it is it's also a little too similar to the other games, in a little too many aspects, so that's why it's so low at number 10. But, Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location at number 10. Number 9. That's right, at number 9 we have The Walking Dead Telltale Season 1. Now, I have played all the way through The Walking Dead Seasons 1 and 2, and I have loved both of them. But I like The Walking Dead Season 1 a bit more, mainly due to the fact of a little bit more compelling characters and story. The Walking Dead Season 2, while it did have some pretty good characters, some reoccurring characters, and a decent story, I felt Season 1 just had a bit of a better story. More twists, and a lot sadder death scenes. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to spoil some stuff here. Seeing the death scenes of Ben, Duck, Cat, and especially Lee, all of those were heartbreaking scenes, which to this day still make me tear up a bit. So, with those things, compelling story, great characters, heartbreaking death scenes, and just getting the all-around feel of how a zombie apocalypse would probably be, number 9 is The Walking Dead Telltale Season 1. Number 8. That's right, number 8 is BanjoKazooie. One of the only games on this list that I actually haven't fully beaten yet. Now, don't get me wrong, I love this game, some of these places are really difficult, and I have to calm myself a bit between them because of how angering they can get. I have almost 100% of the game. I'm trying to 100% it my first time through. My only thing that I have left to do is get the last few notes in Click Clock Wood, and then I have to, beat the final boss, which is Gruntilda. But the game is amazing, and while it's just a collectathon, it's a good collectathon, which is something I haven't seen in a lot of games. Like Ukulele. That game is just... I don't like it. But it is still a good game. BanjoKazooie is a terrific game. And I can't get enough of it. Banjo is a really compelling character, actually. You don't see much talking from him. He's a really compelling character. He's constantly smiling. While Kazooie is a bit of a jerk, you can't not love Kazooie. You gotta love all the characters. Even Gruntilda, the villain, you just can't help but love. Not nearly as much as, Mumbo. but you just can't help but love all the characters. It's got a decent story for what it is, and having played the game very recently, I'm still trying to beat it. Click Clock Wood, man, that area is tough. But it's a whole lot of fun, and I can't say enough good about it. It's such a terrific game, and I cannot wait to play through it again. Once I played through it the first time. I'm getting really close to the end. Alright, BanjoKazooie is number 8. Alright, number 7. That's right, number 7 is Pikmin. See, I used to hate Pikmin. I got Pikmin originally on the Wii. I don't know how long ago that was, but it was a fun game. At the time, I hated it, though. I didn't understand the mechanics. That was back when I was like, screw it. I don't need to read what it's telling me. What's the point? So, I couldn't figure out the game. I couldn't get past the Forest of Hope. I got, like, I think 2 treasures, and then just couldn't get any more. Was constantly just losing every single Pikmin. I never even found the blue Pikmin. And so I stopped playing the game for years. And then I watched the YouTuber Chugga Conroy. I watched him play through the game. I'm like, oh, this game's actually not that bad if you know what you're doing. So I picked up the controller, I tried again, and I beat the game. I didn't 100%, I could never beat Emperor Bulblax. I don't know why, I just never could. I think it was because I kept trying to swarm him instead of throw Pikmin at him when I would use the bomb rocks, and that's just not how you're supposed to do it. So, but that's as it is. It's not a big deal, and I was able to not 100% it, but beat it, and I love doing it. The enemies are so peculiar, but awesome. The story is pretty good for a GameCube title. Yeah, this game was really released on the GameCube, and I personally loved the GameCube. Most people would disagree with me. Well, I think nowadays people wouldn't, but back then people would. But I loved the GameCube, still do. And this was one of my favorite titles that I never actually got to play on the GameCube. I only got to play the Wii release, but that doesn't mean I don't love it as a GameCube release. It's a great game with great mechanics, great story, great enemies, and all that together puts it at number 7. Pikmin is at number 7. Number 6. That's right, at number 6 we have Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. This was another GameCube game that I absolutely loved. I really wish I still had my copy. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness is one of the most fun Pokemon games I have ever played, with unique mechanics like the Shadow Pokemon, starting off with an Eevee instead of starting off like a normal starter Pokemon like Squirtle or Froakie or Fennekin or something, or Trico, I don't know, one of those Pokemon. You can start with an Eevee, and the story is amazing, playing off from Colosseum very well. The only reason, probably one of the only reasons Colosseum's on here is because I never actually got to play Colosseum. I watched Chugga Conroy play it, and then I played XD Gale of Darkness myself. I actually never got to beat this game either. That was because I just was really bad at video games back then. I only ever wanted to play the multiplayer, but whatever. Sorry, God. But it's a great game, great story, compelling characters. That's kind of the same, kind of notice a theme there for a lot of this. It's just a terrific game, and I love Pokemon, I really do. And just seeing a 3D game on the GameCube, a 3D Pokemon game that is, that looked as good as XD did, and then the whole thing was just an amazing game, and I can't say enough good about it. So, number 6 is Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Number 5. That's right, number 5 is the Elder Scrolls, I believe 5, Skyrim. I have never played another Elder Scrolls game other than Elder Scrolls Online. I regret my decision on getting that, but I don't regret playing Skyrim. Skyrim is one of the best games I have ever played, and one of the main things about it is it's different from every other game on this list. It is a free roam game that you don't have to follow the story. It's one of those games where, yeah, you can play the story, you can play the side quests, or you can run around and kill the things you want to kill, and that's it. You don't have to do anything. And there's not a lot of games that do that. With a lot of games, you have to go in and do the story if you wanted to get anything done. With Skyrim, with games like Skyrim and Fallout, you don't have to. And while there are some pretty good characters, they're not a big part of the game. The dragons are, and fighting dragons is amazing. Finding your armor and weapons, fighting all the enemies. It's one of the most fun experiences I have ever had, and some of the mods that have come out of this game are amazing. So, unlike the other ones, this one doesn't really have much for compelling characters, but what it does have is a compelling story, great graphics. For the characters it does have, they are pretty decent, great customization, and just a great open world. And I am excited for the new one that's coming out. But I digress. Number 5 is Skyrim. Number 4. That's number 4 is WWE 2K17. Now, before those of you who have played the game tell me this isn't really one of the songs from the game, I'm pretty sure all those songs are copyrighted. So I just went with the theme for the wrestler on the cover. WWE 2K17 is the newest one that I own. I do not own 2K18, but 2K17 is a load of fun. With great customization, a great universe, and my career mode. Being able to create your own wrestler and then go through a huge, awesome storyline with him. Sadly, this is before you can make the female wrestlers. I don't even know if you do that in the new one. You really should be able to. Anyway, I digress. It's a great game. They fixed a lot of the mechanics that just didn't quite work in 2K16. They added so many new characters, and the online features worked amazing. Sadly, they shut them down recently, but it's still a great game. I keep yawning, I don't know why. It's only like 6. Anyway, it's a great game, great mechanics, fixing old ones, adding new ones, adding old wrestlers that we haven't seen in a while. And the game itself is just amazing. And while I don't like who's on the cover, I don't like Brock Lesnar, it doesn't stop me from loving this game just even more. 2K17 is at number 4. Number 3. That's right, at number 3 we have Left 4 Dead 2. I haven't played Left 4 Dead 1 yet, but I have played the crap out of Left 4 Dead 2 recently, and I bought one of the DLCs, I bought the Passing DLC, and I just love it even more. I just can't stop playing this game, and it's so good. The game scares me, though, I will say that. If I'm not playing with somebody, this game scares me. like a lot. Way more than it honestly should. But it doesn't stop me from playing it. I've been playing the crap out of this game for the past about week. And I just keep loving it more and more to play it. I play it. All the characters are they're either funny or they're not funny by themselves, but with the other characters, they just become amazingly funny characters. Especially Ellis. Ellis is one of those characters that he could be on his own, and he'd be one of the most, hilarious characters I have ever seen. I love Ellis. I always play as Coach, but I love Ellis. The special infected, other than the Charger and the tank, scare the crap out of me, and it's just amazing. I have played a lot of this game. And over time, I used to hate this game. It's one of those games I used to not like because of how much it scared me. But over time, I have grown to love this game. And I hope any of you who haven't played it yet will love it too when you get the chance to play it. So, Left 4 Dead 2 is at number 3. Number 2. That's right, at number 2 we have Shadow of the Colossus. While I haven't played the new PS4 remake, I have played the PS3 remake. And my god, is that game amazing. I cannot say enough good for this game. With a great story, which you have to make up some of it on your own. I don't want to keep yawning, I hate this. Anyway, it's something you have to make up on your own because you don't know the full story. All you know is that this little boy Wander, well, not really a little boy, this young man Wander is bringing some woman to a forbidden place to try and get her revived. You don't know if it's his sister, mother, girlfriend, wife, friend, you don't know what. But that doesn't stop it from being a very compelling game. The graphics, even before the PS4 remake, looked fantastic for its time on the PS2, and even on the PS3 it looked fantastic. The gameplay, while a little scratchy, was really good. And the Colossi, every last one of them, at the very least, looked cool. Well, I don't like all of them due to their gameplay style. All of them are amazing when it comes to their design. I can't get enough of them. And this game, I just can't say enough good for it. Like the other ones I keep saying that, but this one I 100% truly mean it. This one, my only problem with it is the camera. The camera is complete garbage. But I can look past that for this game, because this game is straight up amazing. And for me, there's only one game that trumps it, which you will see in a minute. But at number 2, one of the best games of all time, Shadow of the Colossus. Now, before I do get on to number 1, I do want to give some honorable mentions, and bear with me, because there are quite a few. So, let's get on with the honorable mentions. Alright, those are all the honorable mentions. I know there was a lot of them. I couldn't decide between so many games for this list. So I wanted to give tribute to all the other games that almost made the list, but just were slightly out-trumped by these other games. So, without further ado, my number one game of all time. That's right, my number one favorite game of all time is Luigi's Mansion. This one's going to take a little bit more explaining than some of these other ones. So, a long time ago, around probably 2005 or 6, I bought Luigi's Mansion not knowing what it was. I just saw, ooh, Luigi, I like him, he's in Mario, I'm gonna buy this. I tried playing the game and I couldn't play it because I was too scared. My older brother, on the other hand, got all the way to the final boss but could never beat it. And then our copy broke. So that was sad. But then, I decided, you know what? I've got some money. I'll buy the game again. And then you know what happened? I told one of my friends that. He's like, you know what? I've got like 3 copies. I'll give you one. So I got a copy of Luigi's Mansion for free. And I beat that game so fast. Oh, so fast indeed. I beat that game so fast that I didn't really have time to appreciate it. So I took my time during my next playthrough. I played through it again on the harder difficulty. You know, once you beat it, you get to another mansion. It's a bit harder. I did that, and I took my time with this one. You know, explored a bit more. Tried to find everything. And really enjoyed the game. And I can't say enough good about it. For an old GameCube game, it doesn't look bad. For, you know, again, for an old GameCube game, the ghost design is pretty good. The boos were a pretty good mechanic. Having Bowser kind of be the final boss, but have the final boss also be King Boo was amazing. And like I said, I can't say enough good about this game. Egad was such an awesome character too. He was so funny, kind of adorable, a little crazy. But you know what? Crazy is something you always need in a scientist. Especially when it's working with ghosts. I love the portrait ghost, and that was one of my main complaints about the new Luigi's Mansion, was that they didn't bring back the old portrait ghost thing. They just had, you know, basically regular gameplay and then some occasional mini bosses, and then one big boss at the end of every stage, which I didn't like that. Because in Luigi's Mansion, you had to go through a bunch of mini-bosses, the portrait ghosts, and then fight the boss ghost. That's what I loved about Luigi's Mansion. One of the main things I loved about Luigi's Mansion. And not all the ghosts were evil, per se, like Melody. Melody was a great ghost. You just had to catch her because she was a ghost. But the game itself is just amazing, and after all these years, it has stayed my number one favorite game of all time. Well, these are all the games that I have said were my favorite games of all time. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you liked these games just as much as I did, at the very least. At the very least, you didn't hate them. If you did, that's your own opinion, but I really hope you do enjoy these games. Or, if you haven't played them yet, I recommend playing some of them. If I were to recommend any of these games to you people, in all honesty, it would be Luigi's Mansion, Shadow of the Colossus, Left 4 Dead, and BanjoKazooie. Those would be the 4 I would recommend to people. Those are definitely the most fun in my opinion. Well, okay. The reason I wouldn't recommend 2K17 to a lot of people is because not everybody's a WWE fan. Not everyone likes the free roam of Skyrim, Pokemon's not for everybody, and Pikmin can be a little too complicated for some people. BanjoKazooie is just right for some newcomers. The other ones I just really enjoy. But that was my top 10 video games of all time. Which of these games do you guys really like? What games do you think I should try out so that maybe they can get on this list? Let me know your favorites in the comments below, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!